Introduction. What is Stoicism? Welcome. You're about to embark on a journey through Stoicism, a philosophy born over 2,000 years ago that remains profoundly relevant today. Stoicism is often misunderstood as cold or emotionless, but it is nothing of the sort. It is a practical philosophy, a guide for living well, especially when life is unpredictable or difficult. The founder, Zeno of Citium, began teaching Stoicism in ancient Athens after losing everything in a shipwreck. Instead of despair, he sought understanding, how to live a good life amid hardship. This philosophy blossomed through voices like Seneca, a statesman and writer, Epictetus, a former slave-turned-teacher, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. Together, their teachings show us that while we cannot control all events, we can control our thoughts, judgments, and reactions. This guide will explore their wisdom deeply and clearly, so you can use it as a powerful tool to find peace, purpose, and resilience. Let's begin. The core idea: living according to nature. The essence of Stoicism is living according to nature. But what does that mean? The Stoics believe the universe is an ordered whole, a rational, interconnected system governed by natural laws. Humans, uniquely, have reason, the ability to think, judge, and understand. To live according to nature means to live in harmony with your rational nature and the world's order. This means acting with wisdom, using reason to guide your choices, and recognizing what is truly good. Importantly, Stoics saw that external things, wealth, status, health, are indifferent to your true happiness. They are neither good nor bad in themselves because they can be lost or gained without impacting your inner virtue. Virtue, excellence of character, is the only true good. So, living well means developing wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This is the foundation for a life that's steady, free, and flourishing, no matter what external events occur. The 4 cardinal virtues explained. Let's unpack these 4 cardinal virtues. First, wisdom. This is not just book learning, but practical insight, knowing what's truly good or bad, and how to act accordingly. Imagine a captain navigating a stormy sea. Wisdom is the knowledge to steer the ship wisely, not just react to waves. Second, courage. More than battlefield bravery, it is the strength to face difficulties, fear, pain, injustice, with a steady heart. Courage is acting rightly even when afraid. Third, justice. It means fairness, kindness, and fulfilling your social duties. Humans are inherently social, and justice preserves harmony. Think of a just person as a bridge builder, ensuring trust and cooperation. Finally, temperance, or self-control. It guards against excess, whether in desire, anger, or habits. Temperance is like the rudder of a ship, keeping you steady and balanced. Together, these virtues form a compass for your actions and choices. The dichotomy of control, what you can and cannot control. Imagine standing at the shore, watching waves crash unpredictably, feeling the wind tug at your clothes, the sun's warmth on your face. The world is alive with constant change, movement, and noise. Yet, amidst this, you realize there is one thing you always carry: your mind. Stoicism teaches that the key to tranquility lies in understanding exactly what lies within your power and what does not. At the heart of this is the dichotomy of control, a simple, yet profound principle. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. What are the things up to us? Our own opinions, beliefs, desires, and aversions. Our decisions and actions. How we respond emotionally. What is not up to us? The actions and opinions of others. Events in the world, accidents, illnesses, natural disasters. Our past. Our body's health, to a large extent. Why does this distinction matter? Because attempting to control what you cannot control leads to frustration, anxiety, and suffering. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "Some things are within our power, while others are not. Things within our power are by nature free, unhindered, unrestrained. Things not within our power are weak, enslaved, subject to others." Think of it this way. If you try to control the weather, you will always be disappointed. You might hate the rain, but the rain does not care. Instead, focus on your attitude towards the rain. Do you complain, or do you grab your umbrella and smile? This mental shift transforms your experience. By focusing only on what you can influence, your mind and choices, you reclaim your freedom. The things outside your control, they become indifferents, neither good nor bad themselves. You learn to accept them as part of life's unfolding. In this acceptance lies your peace. Why control is key to happiness and peace? You might wonder, why is focusing on control so crucial for happiness? Because, as the Stoics teach, your happiness depends not on external circumstances, but on your inner judgments. Consider this. Two people lose their jobs. One falls into despair, feeling worthless. The other sees it as an opportunity to pursue a passion or grow. The difference lies not in the event, but in their judgments. Seneca, the Roman statesman, put it beautifully: we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Often, we make things worse in our minds. If you try to control the uncontrollable, the actions of others, your reputation, or the future, you set yourself up for pain. But if you focus on your own thoughts, reactions, and virtues, things within your power, you build an unshakable foundation. This mental fortress cannot be breached by external storms. Happiness, then, is not a fleeting emotion dependent on fortune, but a steady state of living in harmony with reason and virtue. This is why Stoicism is not a set of rules but a practical path to lasting peace. Page 6. The practice of daily reflection and mindfulness. Ancient Stoics were masters of self-awareness. They knew the battle for a good life is fought within the mind. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, practiced daily reflection with a disciplined mind. Each morning, he reminded himself of the virtues he sought to embody. Each evening, he reviewed his actions. Where did he succeed? Where did he fall short? This practice is called prosoche, attentive mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, we rarely pause to check in with ourselves. Stoicism invites you to create sacred moments of reflection. Start or end your day by asking, what thoughts dominated me? Did I act with wisdom, justice, courage, temperance? How did I handle obstacles? What can I improve tomorrow? These questions train your mind to become a vigilant guardian. Over time, you develop mental clarity, recognizing destructive patterns and steering toward virtue. Mindfulness here is not just observing thoughts, but actively shaping them toward the good. Imagine it as tending a garden. You pull weeds of irrational fear or anger and nurture flowers of courage and kindness. This daily habit forms the backbone of Stoic resilience and growth. Page 7. Premeditatio malorum. Preparing for difficulties in advance. Life can surprise us with hardship, sometimes violently. Stoicism offers a powerful tool, premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This means mentally rehearsing possible difficulties ahead of time. By imagining loss, failure, illness, or insult, you prepare your mind to face them calmly. It's like a warrior training before battle, not to fear the enemy, but to meet it with steady resolve. Imagine losing your possessions or status. How would you respond? Would you remain grounded or spiral into despair? This mental rehearsal softens the shock when adversity strikes. Epictetus said, "Begin each day by telling yourself, 'Today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of which are the results of ignorance.' By expecting challenges, you cultivate patience and courage. This practice is not pessimistic, but realistic, facing life's uncertainties with a prepared mind. Through it, you transform fear into strength. Page 8. Amor fati. The Stoic art of loving your fate. Acceptance of fate is often seen as resignation, but Stoics go further. They teach amor fati, love of fate. This means not merely enduring what happens, but embracing it wholeheartedly. Everything that happens, joyous or painful, is part of your life's tapestry. Rather than wishing for a different story, you say, "This is what is meant to be, I will make the best of it." Imagine a sculptor shaping marble. Every chip, every mark, contributes to the final masterpiece. Your hardships, losses, and joys are the artist's tools shaping your character. This radical acceptance frees you from bitterness and regret. Instead, you find gratitude and meaning, even in difficulty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Love only what happens to you and is spun with the thread of your destiny." For what could be more suitable? Amor fati is the Stoic path to joyful serenity. Stoic understanding of emotions, mastering the inner world. Stoicism is often misunderstood as forbidding emotions. But the Stoics did not seek to become cold robots. Instead, they distinguished between harmful passions, pate, and healthy feelings, eupathei. Harmful passions, anger, envy, excessive desire, despair, overwhelm reason and disturb peace. Healthy feelings, joy, caution, willing acceptance, are rational, aligned with virtue. The goal is to transform the fiery passions into calm, reasoned emotions. Think of a raging fire versus a steady flame. The raging fire burns destructively. The steady flame provides warmth and light. For example, anger can be destructive if uncontrolled. But righteous indignation at injustice, tempered by reason, motivates positive action. Desire can turn to greed or addiction. But measured appreciation of good things, without dependence, is healthy. This emotional mastery leads to tranquility, freedom, and clear judgment. How to manage anger using Stoic techniques. Anger is a natural human response but often leads us astray. The Stoics teach us to recognize anger early and intervene. When you feel anger rising, pause. Ask yourself, is this situation under my control? Are my beliefs about the event true or exaggerated? What would a wise, calm person do? This pause interrupts the automatic reaction. It opens space for reason to act. Over time, practicing this patience weakens anger's power. Instead of an uncontrollable flame, anger becomes a manageable spark, used only when justified and constructive. By mastering anger, you protect your peace and relationships. Reflecting on death and impermanence, finding freedom in mortality. Death is a universal reality, yet most avoid thinking about it. Stoicism urges us to confront mortality directly. Far from morbid obsession, reflecting on death clarifies what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, do not act as if you have 1,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. By embracing impermanence, we stop wasting time on trivial worries. We appreciate life more deeply. Death is neither evil nor something to fear, it is simply the natural end of the cycle. This awareness frees you from anxiety and helps you focus on living virtuously now. It encourages gratitude, presence, and urgency to cultivate goodness. Justice and our social role, the Stoic view of community. Stoicism is not just about the individual, it deeply honors our social nature. Justice is one of the cardinal virtues, embodying fairness, kindness, and responsibility. Humans are interconnected like parts of a larger organism. Your actions ripple through your family, friends, and community. Stoics teach that fulfilling your social duties with integrity is essential. This means honesty, generosity, and standing up for what is right. Imagine society as a vast orchestra. Justice is the conductor's baton, ensuring harmony. Without justice, society descends into chaos. By practicing justice, you contribute to a flourishing world and deepen your own virtue. Stoic exercises. Practical habits to build virtue. Philosophy is lived through action. Stoics develop daily exercises to strengthen character. Each morning, remind yourself what is in your control. Visualize challenges ahead and resolve to meet them with courage. Practice voluntary discomfort, a cold shower, fasting, or denying small pleasures. This builds self-discipline and reduces attachment. Keep a journal, write down reflections, successes, and failures. Engage in negative visualization, imagining loss to appreciate what you have. By integrating these habits, Stoicism becomes a lived experience, not just theory. You build resilience, clarity, and peace through daily practice. Applying Stoicism to modern life's challenges. In a fast-changing world full of stress, uncertainty, and distraction, Stoicism's wisdom shines. Feel overwhelmed? Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, choices, and actions. Encounter conflict? Respond with calm, fairness, and integrity. Face loss or change? Accept impermanence and adapt. For example, during a stressful workday, you cannot control your boss's mood. But you can control your response, staying composed, doing your best, and maintaining perspective. Stoicism offers practical tools to navigate modern life with grace. Its principles are timeless and adaptable. Stoic wisdom in their own words, powerful quotes and insights. Let's hear the voices of the Stoic masters. Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Marcus Aurelius, the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Epictetus, it's not events that disturb us, but our judgment about them. These quotes summarize Stoicism's core: control your mind, and you control your life. Their words invite you to a deep transformation of perspective and action. Stoicism compared to other philosophical schools. Stoicism shares and differs from other ancient philosophies. Epicureanism seeks pleasure but values moderation. Skepticism questions certainty and knowledge. Cynicism rejects societal norms and materialism. Stoicism balances engagement with detachment. It encourages social responsibility while maintaining inner freedom. Understanding these differences clarifies why Stoicism's focus on virtue and rational control stands apart. Stoicism in the modern world: relevance and revival. Today, Stoicism is experiencing a revival. Business leaders, athletes, therapists, and everyday people turn to it for resilience. Its practical approach to stress, decision-making, and emotional mastery fits our chaotic times. From mindfulness apps to leadership training, Stoic principles guide modern success and well-being. Its core message is clear: by mastering yourself, you thrive in any circumstance. Common misconceptions about Stoicism. Many think Stoicism means suppressing feelings or being passive. In reality, Stoicism advocates active engagement, with courage, compassion, and wisdom. It does not deny emotions but transforms destructive passions into reasoned feelings. It encourages you to face life fully, not withdraw. By dispelling myths, you can better embrace Stoicism's rich, practical wisdom. How to begin your own Stoic journey. Ready to start? Begin by reading foundational texts: Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, Epictetus and Kyridion, Seneca's letters. Practice daily reflection and mindfulness. Focus on what is within your control. Try negative visualization. Practice voluntary discomfort. Be patient. Like any skill, Stoicism develops with time and effort. Your journey is personal and lifelong. Conclusion: the art of living well through Stoicism. In closing, remember this: you cannot control everything, but you can control your response. Living virtuously, with wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, brings true freedom. Stoicism is not about fate controlling you, it's about you mastering fate through your mind. By embracing these principles, you embark on the art of living well, calm, resilient, purposeful. Thank you for joining this journey. May the wisdom of the Stoics guide your path every day.